Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to weekly reading. This is actually going to be from now to the 7th of May to make sure we cover a little bit of this week at least as well. And I apologize if the camera is being a little bit strange. We are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, don't you know? So there is always technical issues for me as a Virgo. So it happens. But I know that you can still hear me, hopefully. At least every time I've checked that it does that. So, that's what matters really. All right, for Sagittarius, thank you. I'm sorry if I fidget in this reading. It's just me. When I sit down here for too long, that's what I need to do. All right, this is good. All right, for Sagittarius, please. All right, it's kind of similar to what Aries had. So you could have Aries placements. There is an element here of, bear with me. I just like to make sure I understand the messages first, because this card came exactly like this for Aries, and what this represents is that there is a lack of healing because of holding on to something. Now, I'm seeing you becoming successful because of this. I see you addressing this, which is amazing, and I think you are overcoming some issues that you're having, but it feels very surface layer. It feels like you're also going to be addressing some deeper levels within this week, which is good, because I kind of get this energy of feeling something missing on a soul level. So even though you're finding some success and things look kind of good for you on the surface, there is this missing piece. Like, I'm seeing you healing. Forest Souls, taking that time out, addressing certain things. Forest Souls is good. It's amazing, actually. You're the Six of Wands. Amazing. Again, this is success. This is achievement. This is, overcoming some battles here, which is great. And you are overcoming battles that you can see, but it feels like there's a battle going on the inside. That's a little bit of a struggle here, because it's then paired with that Eight of Cups, which is a feeling of, feeling unfulfilled. So even though there are things on the surface, and this makes so much sense, because of the Oracle card that you have coming first, things look good on the surface, or at least they're getting better on the surface, but there is still this missing piece inside you. Yeah, that all that glitters card, which is known for being not all that glitters is gold. Not everything that's on the surface is really what's going on deep down. So it does feel like you're realizing something here. The Eight of Cups is literally looking at the star and the Ten of Wands, and this is a blocked healing on a deeper level because of something that you're carrying, because of some Ten of Wands, something that we still need to release. But I don't think you realize what you're even carrying. Like, there's this feels very deep. This feels inner. Like, this is inner stuff. So the Star card is also about healing. So again, you do have healing energy. You are fixing things. You're thinking about things. You're healing. But maybe there is this like other layer to healing that requires you to be vulnerable, because I'd say that's the only difference between these two. Still got an armor on, so of course you feel a bit better then. But it's the Star card in reverse is like you're still blocking yourself from feeling truly vulnerable, from really healing and loving yourself on that deeper level. But it's to do with the past. Old connections, old friendships, your childhood. The Tower card coming through as well is like you are discovering what this really is on a deeper level. This could be past separations, past events that happen very suddenly for you, which of course we carry with us because it's just our human nature to remember things, to hold on to it very tightly, to remember it, to repeat that story in our head because we needed to survive, so we don't repeat the same cycles. But there is an energy here saying that we can let go of this now, meaning that you're in a safer place now to release this kind of fear. And now we have the Death card. That's about change, transformation, release. And the Death card going to the Ten of Cups is beautiful because this is that happiness. We have the Two Cups here as well, by the way. So for some of you, you've healed certain relationships specifically in your life, certain rejections in your life, certain things that have been very difficult for you to deal with. I think you've overcome it. You feel more confident about it. But the Eight of Cups here is like there's still a lack of vulnerability when it comes down to putting yourself in new relationships, most likely. Okay? Because the Eight of Cups is looking for the last two. It kind of feels unfulfilled because of that. Alright, but anyways, why is the Star card in reverse, please? Yeah, you can see here, the Eight of Swords is actually a fear of the unknown coming through for you guys. That's why you're fearing being vulnerable. Maybe for some of you, you already know what you need to do. The Star card can even just be to do with a wish of yours. Like you might be blocking yourself or keeping yourself busy in other things to prevent yourself from actually being vulnerable and doing what you know deep down you need to do. There is some fear, some anxiety of the unknown. So that's quite interesting. Sometimes that's why we procrastinate, because we keep ourselves busy in other things to stop ourselves from actually focusing on the one thing that is clearly initiating some fear. Wheel of Fortune is a really good card though, because it initiates change. It brings movement into your life, and it is also a card ruled by Jupiter, which is all about, you know, expanding and growing and blessings. So this is saying that you might be blocking your own blessings here by tying yourself up with certain responsibilities or certain things that might prevent you from being vulnerable. All right. So let me clarify, with that message being said, I'm going to put these back in. I'm going to do something not different. I do it sometimes. But the All That Glitters card, I'm going to like individually clarify the oracles. So all that glitters coming through with the Page of Pentacles. So you are learning and understanding on a deeper level. It may take some time. You guys are going to be learning, growing, evolving. You could be learning something new. Quite literally, when it comes down to your career, you could be educating yourself on a startup or on something here that requires your attention. The All That Glitters card and the Page of Pentacles is a good energy to have, because it does feel like you are diving deeper into what you need to know to be successful. Make sure you look at all the details and don't overlook anything that looks like it needs your attention, okay? Because you're the King of Swords underneath that too, all right? So blessed, and I will show you this. So you have the blessed card coming in, which is beautiful. Number 22 coming through could have some significance for you. Usually it's about partnerships, so number 2. But in this case, this is about understanding that you may have wanted things to be moving forward for you and things to be looking a certain way. Maybe you're wondering why life has not been going quite quickly. Maybe things have been quite delayed or whatever. I think this is you understanding the importance of having that time not being in a deep end, because this is the flow of life, but things are quite fast. I think you're understanding that actually you're going to realize that although you had your wings ready, you've made a lot of growth and a lot of improvement. There was something deep down that needed a little bit more time. So that blessed energy is usually a card that comes in where it says you're understanding now why things happen in a specific way and why you wasn't allowed to do something or why something didn't happen just yet. It was because there was still some healing. There was still something deep down that we didn't actually see at first that is now healing. As you can see, she's still in that what do you call it, cocoon, that chrysalis. Like she has her wings, so you feel you're ready to jump in, but not quite yet. You then have the breathe card coming through, which is very Pisces energy. This is feeling very in tune with the universe, feeling very calm and collected. So this is a really good time. They're both making the same hand movement here. So this is a really good time to get grounded in your energy here, to dive deep into your emotions here, to understand here. You guys can be very strong empaths, so you feel very strongly the things going on around you and people's energy. So maybe you'll feel more called towards not really focusing much on other people, but rather focusing on yourself, which is good. And as you can see, she's now out of that chrysalis here. So this is a good sign that things will progress the more that you stay calm and understand that you're exactly where you need to be right now. All right? For a reason. Specifically, something was being developed behind the scenes by the universe. So you have the wild card coming through to clarify the blessed card. So this is the fact that a new beginning is at hand. It may have not happened when you wanted it to, may have been very delayed, or blocked, but this is a new you coming through, and one, you have been transforming, and that's exactly what a butterfly represents, because it goes from a caterpillar to a butterfly. It literally breaks everything down, turns into a bit of mush just to build itself up into this complete different creature. So that's what you guys are doing. You're half done. There is something deeper that needs time to happen here. But the wild card is suggesting that this new beginning is yours, this new you, this new chapter is happening for you. But in the meantime, take some time to really dive deep. All right, Page of Pentacles, to learn something new. The Breathe card, interesting. It came up reverse, which is nice. Specifically for this, because the Five of Wands in reverse represents, usually it's like conflict, inner conflict. So the Breathe card is saying don't focus on the people around you. If there's conflict around you, maybe isolate yourself away from it, because again, as I said with this card, we can be feeling very sensitive to our surroundings, and if there's conflict then and we're engaging in it, or even if we're just around it, it feels like it could be impacting you and impacting your inner thoughts here. So the fact that this is reversed just says that you're pulling away from it. You're being asked to also switch off that inner conflict too. So if it's, your brain kind of thinking about a million things at once, or you're in argument with yourself, or too much is going on, you're needing to calm down. The Breathe card is really good for actual breath work, meditation, taking some time out to rest, because this feels like it's going to calm the mind and make you feel a lot better about your current position, which is nice. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So it's happiness between you, finding the right community as well coming through. With the Ten of Cups is happiness between you and everyone else around you. So this is a really lovely energy to be in. So, and I think that's what you're really caring about the most here, Sagittarius, is being happy, feeling like you can actually relax a little bit. King of Wands, confidence coming through. I'm asking in terms of money. So King of Wands, Two of Pentacles. You might be more called towards taking on a creative project, or maybe doing two things at once to be able to get a certain amount of money. That might be something you're doing already, and in which case, if we keep balance, make sure we're also addressing our emotions, we'll be able to find the right opportunity and build on your finances. All right, let's get you some random cards for you, random messages for you. All right, interesting. Be careful. I will tell you why. Okay, thank you. When we have this barrel coming through, this says you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. We did say that with that Eight of Cups here. We have Apple, temptation will test you. I think it's because you're feeling like something is lacking, that the temptation to like jump into something that, again, on a deeper level may not actually, be so good for you. We might just dive into it just because of the temporary fulfillment that we can get. So just pay attention that we're not doing that. We do have Cobweb here, which says protection from negative forces beyond your control, which is amazing. Just pay attention to certain people around you, because you do have the Fox. This is actually a good card in this deck, but because we have the Apple and temptation will test you, it's kind of like the devil card in the deck. Just pay attention to certain people who might try to wrap you into negative cycles, all right, or negative activities, whatever that might be. But this says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So this feels like this is going to help you moving forward. You might be learning something about business, learning new skills, new abilities that are going to help you to climb towards success in terms of your career. Alrighty, let's pull you an animal spirit card for you. Aries had this, I believe. We have snake spirit, double fives coming in, which is about all about necessary changes. Okay, so something on a deeper level needs to change. This is time to heal. So 5 and 5 goes to a 10, which actually is underneath this too. Buffalo spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So 10s are about endings, and if you're worried about making an ending because you're worried that you're not going to have that abundance, this is just saying that the universe always comes in the right time, and we have to believe that. So sometimes we have to take a leap, sometimes we have to end things without that, new beginning at hand. And only for some of you does that message apply. The 10 and 11 are right underneath each other. It just says the universe is going to catch you if you're falling, and you are going to transform. We have that beautiful butterfly there that like the imagery we had earlier, okay? So you're going to be completely fine, and you're going to be in this butterfly energy rather than the caterpillar. So I kind of feel like, if you can imagine this, the universe is going to catch you, but I actually feel like it's also your own wings that are going to catch you here. But that's what you were worried about, was whether you were capable of doing something on your own, or whether you were even able to do something, if it was ever going to work out. I'm kind of picking up full card energy here. I'm kind of seeing that the universe is going to gift you what you need at the exact time, and it's going to help you with those wings to fly. You know, that's what I'm picking up on. But anyway, we have time to heal, so make sure we are being open and vulnerable to what we really, really are being called towards, and not shying away from it and being distracted or being busy with things that don't really matter towards your true growth, okay? Anyway, I love you, Sagittarius. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you guys next time, okay?